Hello, beautiful people. It's Sandro from Abstract Homes. This is the same job we videoed yesterday, say part 2 of the floor prep, tile floor prep. And we have Hector from Carefree Tile, just a little plug there, is doing the tile work for us, and we're kind of work together on the prep work. So they're just laying out the anti-fracture 40. It's a 40 anti-fracture band from Latticrete. And we've primed the floor now, so what we've done here, I'm just going to go over here and kind of show you in this room here. We've put the 1/4-inch hardy backer in like we talked about yesterday. The floor is primed, and now we mortared this down, and then we screwed the heck out of it. So we've gone back over it again to make sure we have enough screws in and that it's secured well down, and then we made sure that the heads of the screws are below the surface of the hardy board. We've scraped it with a scraper, we vacuumed it, cleaned it up really good, and then we used the Hydroban primer. So specific, that primer, again, primers are made specifically most of the time for particular products. So again, it's a Latticrete product, it's a Hydroban 40 that we're using, which is this anti-fracture membrane here. And then we prime it. So as you can see, the guy's just laying out the membrane right now. The primer has dried on that spot. We haven't done the primer yet on here because we're just cutting and putting pieces, because it's much easier to put some sections in without priming the whole floor yet. So you can tell Hector's using the trowel to kind of flatten it out and getting it to sit nice and even all the way across. So now if the floor, this floor here, I'm going to back up a bit with the leveling of the floor. This floor actually kind of works out. We cut the level. The floor is level, but it's kind of wavy a little bit between the floor joists. So in that case, we didn't use any self-leveling on this part of it, because we can kind of get rid of that little bit of a wave with mortar under the tile. So otherwise we would have had to, at this point I would have primed it, use self-leveler if it was really bad, but it's not. So, which is kind of crazy for a house that's over 30 years old, and it's not that bad. Mind you, we are in fairly small joist spacing in here. However, so we don't need to do that. We can use the mortar itself under the tile to kind of level it off, and use a tile and just get the tile nice and level. So now that we're going to do this, we'll get all the membrane down, start snapping some lines through our tile layout, and then get going on the tile. Again, I just wanted to reiterate on the mortar that we're using in this particular case, again, is the Trimax 125 from Latticrete. And again, what it does, this particular one, because it's so expensive, and the reason that it's expensive is because it's really specifically designed for the tile to be able to actually move and still connect the tile to the membrane and have that bond with the mortar, so it actually is movable without actually popping the tile. Now, again, when these manufacturers are getting their verbiage is changing on their kind of warranty and how they what their warranty specifies. So basically now nobody's covering anything anymore. If you really look at the fine print, everybody's always there's so many different factors involved in warranties that I don't really care for the warranties anymore, because I don't think that they're good. I believe in just doing it the best possible way you can, because even with the anti-fracture membrane, they say anti-fracture, but that doesn't say if there's movement in the building, which on a wood frame building there usually is. So that it could possibly fracture, especially around windows and doors. If you're coming around a little corner and you have a corner piece and you got a large format tile, which is really bad for that. You know, it can fracture there. It doesn't uncouple, but it definitely fractures. So the tile still could fracture on this floor. It will not come and uncouple, but it might fracture. So there's things you can do to mitigate that. We can go over that later. But anyways, that's where we're at right now. And once we get the tile down, we'll give you another view of that. Take care, guys.